Hello, I'm Grayson Orfe.
And I'm Kristin and Welcome to Arundel County Week in Review. In this week's episode, we'll discuss the county administration transition, and we'll also talk about the combat ship USS Sioux City in town. But first, making headlines this week. County Executive-elect Stuart Pittman has already announced his new Chief of Staff and Chief Administrative Officer for his new term. A fellow equine expert like Pittman, Jennifer Purcell of Dunkirk will be his new Chief of Staff. Purcell has 24 years of program management experience and has worked for a number of nonprofits. The manager of Prince George's County STAT program, Ben Burge, will be the new Chief Administrative Officer of Anne Arundel County. Burge has worked for government for 25 years, primarily in budget and program analysis. We wish them both luck in the coming term, don't we, Grayson?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yes.
New beginnings, new things.
Welcome, new beginnings. Yes,
Yep.
I like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
In other news, if you see a giant warship in the Severn River at the Naval Academy, your eyes aren't deceiving you. The 8 million pound USS Sioux City arrived in Annapolis on Tuesday for its commissioning ceremony this weekend. Annapolis is standing in for the landlocked city in Iowa. Tickets for the actual ceremony are sold out, but there are public tours being held Saturday from 10:30 a.m. until 3 p.m. And it's more than just the ship that's in town. The crew is here too. Crew members will be wearing red wristbands, so we encourage you to attend and greet shipmates when you see them around Annapolis. Kristin, do you plan on seeing the ship this weekend?
I'm going to try and get out there. How about you, Grayson?
I was thinking about it.
Take the kiddos.
I don't know, because you know, when you got that many kids,
yeah,
for some odd reason, I just see all the kids going on the ship, and then all of a sudden it just starts to leave. I don't know if I'm ready for that. I don't know if my wife's going to be really happy with me.
I'm wondering if it's a 3-hour tour.
A 3-hour tour.
A 3-hour. Well, you should definitely get out there. It's not very often that we get to have these warships around, so
right.
Yeah, be really cool for Annapolis this weekend.
It's good stuff.
Yeah. Would you like to help make a difference and join our county's public safety field? The county is now accepting applications for entry-level police officers through January 21st, 2019 with a $5,000 signing bonus. More information can be found on the Employment Opportunities page located in the top right-hand corner of aacounty.org. Grayson, it's your time. $5,000 signing bonus.
Listen, I think I don't know about being a cop. I mean, I got a checkered past. So there's some stuff that I really don't want out there. No, I'm kidding.
Don't say another word, really. Maybe
yeah.
I'll do it then.
Listen, we can be like the new Chips.
Oh my gosh, that would be amazing.
Yeah,
we are used to being on a show already, so why not continue it after we get into the academy?
Listen, I could be the black chip. I could be chocolate chip. We're going to take a quick break, but when we return, we will be talking to Councilman Chris Trumbauer from the County Exec-elect Stuart Pittman's transition team. Take a look at our county calendar for events happening around town. We'll be right back.
There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children, she didn't know what to do. She gave them some broth without any bread and kissed them all soundly.
Lights out.
Good night. And put them to bed. Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org.
Well, welcome back. Joining us this week on the program, we have Councilman Chris Trumbauer. Chris, how are you doing today?
I am doing very well. Thank you, Kristin.
We are so excited to have you in the studio and really want to talk a lot about transition stuff, but also about you. You're councilman for the 6th district.
For a few more days.
For a few more days.
Yeah.
Meetings have kind of wrapped up by this point.
Meetings ended in October.
Okay.
So I think the founders of the charter realized they didn't want a lame duck council to meet in November. So they made sure that our last meeting of the term would be the last meeting in October.
And you went through 2 terms. So
that's true, yeah.
That's, wow, thank you.
I guess I'm officially a veteran.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Yes. And thank you for all you've done for the county, and we really appreciate it. It was nice to see a familiar name, though, as far as the transition team goes.
Right.
So we're going to get into that, but first and foremost, what is your role with the transition? Were you surprised with the election results?
So I'll answer those questions in turn.
Yeah.
My role is County Exec-elect Stuart Pittman asked me to co-chair his transition team, along with former County Executive Janet Owens. So we are the folks that are kind of plugged in to really get the ball running and kind of oversee the general process, and then we'll be naming additional members of the transition teams to get down into the nuts and bolts. And we're really targeting trying to do this fairly quickly, wrap up our report maybe by February. So that way the county executive can use that information as he's finalizing the budget, which is unveiled on May 1st. That's not a lot of time.
No, it's not.
Yeah. So your second question was I surprised?
Yeah.
I wasn't very surprised. In fact, I had been telling people that it was going to be close. And I do a little prediction contest with a couple friends of mine, and I had predicted that Stuart would win actually by 3 points, and I think he won by 4. So I was pretty close.
Yeah, you were close. Did you
win? No, I made some other bad choices. But I can tell you that Mr. Pittman was not surprised at all. He expected to win, and in fact, he had been thinking about governing for months, and sometimes he would call me and I'd have to tell him, Stuart, you got to win first, like focus on winning. So he was very confident. I think he's very excited to get started, and he's got me pretty hard at work with the rest of the team leading up to Inauguration Day. And
they've already made announcements, in case folks have missed it, about the CAO and also the Chief of Staff, which...
Really talented people.
Yes.
So the CAO, Chief Administrative Officer, is kind of the person that runs the operations of the county day to day. And so he's selected Ben Burge, and county residents might know Ben because he's been very involved in the libraries, Board of Trustees, and a couple other county boards and commissions. But his career job has been over in Prince George's County government, where he ran the county stat program. So he's very familiar with government systems and operations. He's a real whiz at that stuff, and I think that county residents are going to be really impressed with the the quality of management and operations that we have with him. And then for Chief of Staff, Stuart selected Jennifer Purcell, who is someone that I had not met before. Stuart knew her through, I think, some of his workings in the nonprofit world and through the Horse Council. So she's kind of a management organization person, and immediately impressed me with her organization skills. She's smart as a whip. And I think is really going to put a lot of work and devotion into making sure that the county executive's office itself is running like a well-oiled machine. So, and I can tell you, those folks won't officially start till December 3rd when Mr. Pittman is sworn in, but they are working very hard right now for the transition. So,
good to know.
Yeah.
So Chris, with the new administration coming in, what's the top priority for you guys?
So I will say, rather than singling out one priority, I think what I would communicate is that Stuart Pittman has a focus on communities. So he wants to think about every policy decision and every budget decision as how will this affect our communities, and he wants vibrant communities, he wants good, smart growth, land use policy, he wants to promote the kind of economic growth and business development that will make our county competitive and really healthy in the years to come. But that's the overall kind of lens that he's looking through. And so we're even going to organize our transition teams around different community themes as well. Okay. So we're going to have a lot of different discrete priorities, I think, in his administration. But overarching all of that will be a focus on the community level to serve residents.
Awesome.
Great.
Now, we know Stuart Pittman as the man, the myth, the legend. What is something about Stuart that everybody doesn't know?
That's a tough one. So I think a lot of people might not even know Stuart that well. He wasn't in government. He wasn't in a high-profile position. So some people may not know anything about him except what they saw during the campaign. But I'll tell you a couple things. Number one, he's pretty tall. So, you know, get ready for that. And the other thing is he's really like a jovial guy. He likes to joke around a lot. He like kind of in a Joe Biden way, you know. So he's always
my type of guy.
There
we go.
He's a smiler. He's a happy guy, and I think he's going to bring a good positive positive energy to the county exec's office and to the county in general.
Awesome.
Love it.
Yeah.
Of course, he's resided here how long?
Maybe forever. I know.
Forever?
I know. After college, he went and did some things in Chicago and might have traveled around.
I know he's been here a long time, but
yeah, his family is like X generations.
Yes.
So, yeah. I don't know the details on that. But
definitely into the farming and the horse and yep. Yeah, very cool. Well, I'm sure folks out there are wondering through this transition. You know, I've got ideas. I want my voice to be heard. I had something that maybe I had started, and I want to see if there'll be completion to it or whatever kind of projects or opinions. Is there a place where they can go to make sure that they're heard, a website, a phone number?
Yes, there will be. We're working right now on a website, and there will be opportunities to submit information and ideas via like a Google form type of system. And we also are interested in county residents who want to serve on the transition team or may want to be considered for you know, a job in the county. So we're going to have that website serve as a portal, and when that's ready to be released, we'll send that out widely so everybody knows about it. But in the meantime, if folks have something burning that they want us to know about, we've established just a general kind of clearinghouse email. It's pittmantransition@gmail.com. That's pittmantransition@gmail.com.
Easy enough.
And that will get you into our system, and you can either give us an idea or send us your resume or let us know your interest in serving on one of the transition focus teams.
Wonderful. Awesome. It's great that everyone's so open to it.
Yeah, and so one of his big themes is open and transparent government.
Yes.
So he wants to be out there, and he wants everyone to know what he's doing. And I think that county residents should get used to things like that. So
and he's looking to listen as well, which is great.
He is going to be a big listener. That's
Very
right.
Good. Well, again, thank you for all you've done. I'd say enjoy the next few months without this the responsibility of councilman, but you have your hands in everything, and you know you'll be on the transition team. You're also a board member on several organizations.
Well,
right?
former board member. So I had. When you come into office, they advise you probably don't want to be on any boards because of the conflicts of interest. But I'm sure my phone will start ringing once I get out of office. So I got to convince everybody I need a little bit of a break.
Hot commodity Chris Trumbauer over here.
There we go.
Well, enjoy the holidays with your family, and I hope you get a little bit of a break. And we look forward to having you in again on Week in Review whenever you'd like, and give us some more updates. And good luck with everything with the transition.
Thanks so much. Thanks for having me on. This has been fun.
Yeah. We'll be right back with more Week in Review right after this. Don't go anywhere.
Because of you, I felt hopeless.
I know it was a joke, but it still hurt me.
Because of you, I felt wanted and not alone in this world.
Because you said hi to me on the first day of school, I felt included, and I knew that I was going to be okay.
Welcome back. Sara Gannon is in Pasadena, bringing us information on what we can plan on for the holidays. Sara?
Thanks, guys. Today we're in Pasadena, and Haley's going to talk to us about what's coming to Pasadena. Haley, what's going on in Pasadena coming up soon?
So on Tuesday, December 4th, we have a little event going on here in Lakeshore Plaza, the Pasadena Christmas tree lighting ceremony. This is, believe it or not, our 8th annual event. We started it back in 2010. Back then, it was located at Brumwell's. It was just this little, a couple of us came together and just sort of threw this event together within a matter of a couple days, and we had hundreds, I'm not kidding, hundreds of people come out. So we got the Pasadena Business Association involved and moved it down the road to accommodate the bigger crowds. And so now it takes place here in Lakeshore Plaza.
So what is the date that you have set for the tree lighting?
Tuesday, December 4th is the date for the 2018 tree lighting ceremony.
And what time?
The tree will be lit at 6:30 p.m. And we'll open the gates, open the parking lot for like games and activities around 5:30.
Okay, great. Is this a free event?
Totally, absolutely free. There's stuff for all ages. Ace Hardware usually pitches in by setting up games, activities for the little ones. There are usually a few local businesses that come out, and in the past they've done like cookies, milk and cookies for the kids, and just little things to keep them busy while we wait for the tree lighting.
And as I've said in the past, the Pasadena Business Association do a great job for the Pasadena community. They're constantly doing stuff to give back. Also, there might be a surprise guest coming by fire truck, possibly?
So, yes, we hear each year that Santa will arrive at the tree lighting via fire truck, courtesy of the Lakeshore and Revere Beach volunteer fire companies. They bring their entire fleet of fire trucks, so it's quite a sight. If you've never been here before to see it, it is definitely worth bringing the kids out to. Check it out, all the lights and sirens. They make their way down Mountain Road and into Lakeshore Plaza, just with all the lights, sirens, and Santa is usually in his little sleigh. So it's very fun to see. No matter how old you are, really, it's fun to see.
Yeah, I still get excited when I see Santa Claus come. So, but thanks again, Haley, for talking about this great event that brings a couple 1,000 or more. That's definitely.
Absolutely. There's usually a big crowd here, so my recommendation is to get here at least like 45 minutes early because the parking lot starts filling up. There is parking pretty much everywhere across Lakeshore Plaza. Some people a couple years ago I know had to park over by Giant. So your best bet is just to get here early.
And you also have local schools that come to perform.
Yep. Northeast will be here this year to perform Christmas carols for the crowd while we wait for Santa to arrive. So that's always fun to hear them. And then we have a DJ. We have a DJ usually who comes and also does Christmas music for them.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, thanks again, Haley, for meeting us out here. And this is my last Week in Review segment. It's very sad, but it's been an awesome experience reporting to you all in the field through the county the last 4 years. And I'm going to send it back to the studio one last time. So back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Sarah. And something really cool that we just found out about, you know that Pasadena has their Thanksgiving parade every year. We're actually going to be airing it on Arundel TV through the holidays. So make sure that you tune in if you didn't catch the parade in person, or if you did and you want to relive it.
Yep.
So talk to me about holiday traditions at your house. Thanksgiving, Christmas. How early do you get a tree up?
Oh, my tree's probably up right now as we speak. It's probably getting ready to be up. The one tradition that we do have is that every single year we have to sit around as a family and watch National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
I love it. I thought you were going to say It's a Wonderful Life or something like that, but I love that it's Christmas Vacation.
It's always Christmas Vacation. Like we have, I mean, it's still today like one of my top 5 movies of all time because it's funny. Chevy Chase, I mean, it's great. It's great. What about you?
So we always have Elf on. My sister loves Elf.
Yes.
And we also have, oh gosh, why is it escaping my mind right now? Red Ryder BB Gum, Christmas Story.
Christmas Story.
We always have that one because they play it all day.
Oh, so they play it like 24 hours or something?
Yeah. Now my favorite I mean, this isn't my real favorite,
Uh-oh,
but I love turning on the Yule Log channel where all the little puppies are opening the Christmas boxes. But no, holiday movie-wise, I love Nightmare Before Christmas. That's a Christmas movie, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Right?
I love anything Christmas, anything with. You had my heart when you said Elf.
Elf. My sister loves Elf, and it could be Easter time, and we're watching Elf. But I really do love, and I mentioned this to Dave a couple weeks ago, I love Meet Me in St. Louis, which is where Judy Garland first sings Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas.
Yeah.
So I love that. My dad will tell you Die Hard. That's a Christmas movie.
Die Hard is a Christmas movie, and for all those out there who don't think that Die Hard is not a Christmas movie.
Send your letters to Grayson.
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay, we got to talk because listen, it's Christmas. All right, bodies are hitting the floor.
Anything else that's a tradition in the house? Do you guys do a certain dessert, or you make cookies, or?
Usually it's about the day after Christmas.
Yeah.
We all go to church and pray for our budget.
I think I might join you on that tradition
because, man, whew, yeah.
That's a good thing to do. That's a good thing to do.
Yeah.
Now, what about Thanksgiving? Are you guys hosting this year? Do you have family around here?
Yeah, we're gonna be hosting Thanksgiving this year. So it's a lot. It's gonna be all the Orpheys are gonna be in one place, and it's gonna be fun. Listen, I'm gonna have fun. I'm gonna have fun eating.
Is there something unique on the Orphe table? And hiding. And napping for me.
Absolutely.
Is there something on the table that might be different from other Thanksgivings?
Being from Louisiana, we always got to have gumbo.
I'm coming to your house.
Gumbo, crawfish
Gumbo's one of my favorites.
I mean, it's just, it's a beautiful, beautiful sight.
Oh man, that sounds amazing. Now we're Italian, so we always have some sort of pasta.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, and then over at my in-laws, they do a kraut. So not everyone does that with sausages. So that's something that their family does too, and I'm fine with that because I actually love sour foods, so that's good with me. But yeah, wherever you're going, make sure that you're traveling safe.
Yeah,
it's getting darker earlier. We're already having whispers about snow.
Yeah.
So make sure you're traveling safe, giving yourself plenty of time.
Oh my God. And I'm not ready for the snow.
No.
I really am not ready for the snow.
I'm ready. I was ready for snow in July, Grayson.
Oh no. No, I don't know, because I just always think of myself outside shoveling, and then my boys, they'll come to the door and be like, "Oh, you were doing that now?" Yes. I was doing that now.
Yes. Well, it has been a pleasure having you on Week in Review.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I hope that I see you again soon.
Yeah, absolutely. This has been so much fun. I mean, you know.
You're a natural.
Just, listen, I'm trying to be. If I can get everything down, you know, and
I know it's a lot, the bright lights and big city.
I can get my turn, you know.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing, especially when your hair can whip.
Well, I don't have that problem
Don't worry, I'll take care of it for both
anymore.
Hi. But you've done a great job. And it's been a pleasure having you in the studio.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Mr. Funny Man over here.
Absolutely, absolutely. Everybody always remember the zoning joke.
Yeah, that was, wait. Sorry, I was in my own.
That's what it is. That's what it is. You can't write this stuff.
No, you can't. It just comes to you when you're a talent like yourself.
Yes, and if you do write it, you should be fired. All right. So that wraps up this week's edition of Week in Review. You can catch this episode and archived episodes online anytime on Facebook or YouTube by searching Arundel TV. Please tune in again next week for the highlights and news from around the county. We'll see you next time. Have a good one.